Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Story Time. Today we are reading a story called Scaredy, Squirrel at the Beach, and this book is written by Melanie Watt. Let's see what it's about. Scaredy Squirrel never goes to the beach. He'd rather vacation at home alone where it's safe than risk being surrounded by the wrong crowd. A few crowds Scaredy Squirrel wouldn't want to be caught in the middle of are flocks of seagulls, tribes of jellyfish, herds of sea monsters, packs of pirates, tons of falling coconuts, and mobs of lobsters. So he's perfectly happy to build his very own private beach. Scaredy Squirrel's Guide to Building a Safe Beach. What you need to get started are paper and crayons, a stick, an inflatable pool, a flashlight, a bag of kitty litter, and a plastic flamingo. First, you draw beach scenery. Next, you use a stick to hold upright. Third, you cover the ground with sand. Fourth, you inflate your ocean. Fifth, turn on sunlight. And sixth, install beach wildlife. It looks like a beach and feels like a beach, but it doesn't sound like one. Scaredy Squirrel notices something missing, the soothing sound of the ocean. The solution: make a quick trip to the real beach and find a seashell that fits the description below. It has to be germ-free, a shiny exterior, crystal clear ocean sound. Red alert, seashell must not, I repeat, not be occupied. But traveling to the real beach requires careful planning. First, get a passport. Second, draw a map. Look at that beach map. Do you see all of those things he marks? He shows where he starts at the tree, and then he goes and he says, caution for the fallen coconuts, careful of the birds, never trust the lobsters. And then it says, at last but not least, travel light and dress accordingly. Scaredy's beachwear. Exhibit A, protective headgear for falling coconuts. Exhibit B, protective eye patch to fool the pirates. Exhibit C, protective flotation device to prevent sinking. Exhibit D, protective camera to discourage sea monsters. Exhibit E, protective compass to avoid getting lost. Exhibit F, protective footgear to shield from jellyfish. Exhibit G, protective rubber band to tame the lobsters. Exhibit H, protective oven mitts to block germs. Exhibit I, protective French fry to distract seagulls. Remember, if all else fails, play dead and send an SOS. The next morning, as planned, Scaredy Squirrel jumps into the box. At 7 a.m., he gets picked up, and they drive and drive. And at 8:42, Scaredy gets dropped off and waits and waits. 11:42, a crowd appears. People were not part of the plan. Scaredy Squirrel panics and, can you find Scaredy Squirrel? There's a box that's tipped over and I see his little squirrel body. Do you see him? Scaredy Squirrel plays dead. 30 minutes later, 1 hour later, 2 hours later, look at someone's burying him in sand. Finally, Scaredy Squirrel realizes that the perfect seashell is right under his nose. Surrounded by friendly people, he decides to join the crowd. Scaredy Squirrel builds sandcastles, takes pictures, floats around the ocean, and sunbathes with the others. He forgets all about the flocks of seagulls, tribes of jellyfish, herds of sea monsters, packs of pirates, tons of falling coconuts, and mobs of lobsters. He's glad to be part of the crowd. Back home after a day of fun in the sun, Scaredy Squirrel's inspired to make one more important addition to his own beach. A crowd. Look at all those garden gnomes he made like people. P.S. As for Scaredy's next visit to the beach, it might be sooner than he thinks. What a fun story. This makes me want to go to the beach with my family, build some sand castles. So much fun. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I will see you again soon with another one. Bye.